The Council of Governors, COG, has accused the Ministry of Agriculture of undermining its role in the agriculture sector, including the development of legal regulatory frameworks and policy creations. According to the chair of the Agriculture Committee in the COG, James Nyoro, transforming the agricultural sector will require collaborative efforts between the two levels of government, development partners and the private sector. Our reporter Grace Ongui has this report.
The agricultural sector remains the backbone of the country's economy, contributing 26% of the gross domestic product, GDP, and remains a huge employer at 40% both directly and indirectly. With devolution, however, counties are expected to manage the agricultural needs at the county level with support from the national government, including budget allocation. Addressing the press, the Council of Governors, led by the Agricultural Committee Chair James Nyoro, expressed displeasure that lack of collaboration between the two levels of government will hinder efforts to ensure food security in the country.
The Council has, however, noted with concern that various policy and legislative reforms have recently been undertaken by the Ministry of Agriculture without consultation and concurrence of not only the county governments, but also the other key actors, including, as I say, development partners and the private sector.
According to the Council of Governors Agricultural Committee, the lack of coordination that exists between the two levels of government does not provide an environment that can allow the sector to thrive. They blame the Ministry of Agriculture for failure to involve county governments in the development of legal and regulatory frameworks, noting that it has the potential to undermine the role of county governments.
As county governments, we have resolved that we will not allow to be treated as mere observers, but rather as a level of government that co-creates policies, rules, and others regarding devolved functions that enhances implementation of projects by our farmers and pastoralists. We have therefore proposed that we are going to engage. We are going to lobby the National Assembly, the Senate, and other relevant institutions for a total review of the architecture of these bills, so as to ensure that counties are enabled effectively and that we offer services to our farmers as is required.
Like all major sectors of the economy, funding remains a huge factor for growth. The Agricultural Committee has called on a review of the ceiling set for funds for implementation of projects. The committee's chair, James Nyoro, pointed out that timely disbursement of funds has been the greatest challenge counties continue to face and called on the national government to provide budget for projects set aside for the benefit of the Kenyan farmer.
In addition to making sure that we allocate adequate resources, which we know for a long time Treasury has actually given agriculture sector a raw deal. We are also noting that Treasury is slowly introducing taxes and duties to agricultural machinery and other inputs that go to agriculture. All over the world, where agriculture has been successful, other inputs, including diesel, is subsidized. So instead of extending the subsidy program, we are seeing an introduction of taxes on agricultural machinery.
Grace Ongui, Hope TV News Watch.